everybody, it's Coach D here with your daily dose of PE. Today we are going to learn tennis skills. Specifically, we are going to be looking at the following PE standards and objectives. As you can see, there are a lot of standards related to tennis. I can identify the parts of a tennis racket. I can participate in various tennis drills. I can demonstrate safe and responsible behaviors while performing various tennis drills. And by the end of this tennis tutorial, I hope that you can answer the following essential questions. Why is having control so important when we are practicing our tennis skills? How is tennis related to physical fitness? And what muscles are we using when performing tennis drills? So when you're ready, go grab a tennis racket, a tennis ball, go get in a big safe space with your parent or guardian's permission, and let's get ready to learn some tennis skills. You can use a beanbag or a foam tennis ball. These are going to be easier to use when we're practicing our tennis skills because they move slower and are easier to control. There are also red and yellow modified tennis balls. They're a little more challenging, but they still move slower than a regular tennis ball. Or try a real tennis ball. They are going to move the fastest. Now let's talk about the parts of a tennis racket and how to hold a tennis racket correctly. The top of the tennis racket is called the head. The middle of the tennis racket is called the face, which is where we will be striking tennis balls today. Next, you have the neck of the racket, followed by the handle, and the bottom or the butt. So when we hold our tennis racket, we want to use a good handshake grip. So not too tight, not too loose. We don't hold the neck of the tennis racket. We certainly don't hold the side or the head of the tennis racket, but right on the handle, a good handshake grip. One final safety message is just remember when you are handling your tennis racket that this is not a lightsaber, this is not a sword, and be very, very careful when we are practicing today because you don't want to accidentally hit yourself and you definitely don't want to hit anyone else around you. That's why it's so important and crucial that you're in a big safe space to practice and not inside your house. So the first drill we're going to do is called Around the World, and you are simply going to try to balance your tennis ball and get it to roll around the edge or the rim of your tennis racket. Working on our eye-hand coordination skills, keeping our eyes on that tennis ball, working on controlling our grip on the handle, taking our time. Now we're going to try to go 5 around the world clockwise, 5 around the world counterclockwise. Make sure you're focused, take your time, keep your eye on that tennis ball, and go slow. You don't have to do this quickly. Once again, this is called Around the World. It works on our eye-hand coordination skills, and it helps us practice that control that we need. You can do this with your palm facing up, or you can do it with your palm facing down. I encourage you to try it each way and see which way might be easier and which way might be more challenging. So this next tennis drill is called bump ups. You are trying to strike the tennis ball in the center of the face of your racket. Why do you think we strike the center of the face of our tennis racket? Correct. Striking the middle of our tennis racket, or striking the middle of the face of our tennis racket, is going to allow our strike to be more accurate and give us the most control because it has the largest surface area. when we are doing our bump ups, we also want to make sure that that tennis ball is not going over our heads. We should not be striking it so hard that it goes over our heads. We want to keep it so that it's eye level or lower. Once again, working on that eye-hand coordination and control. When you're ready, let's do 20 right-handed bump ups and 20 left-handed bump ups. Let's kick it up a notch and try alternating bump ups. So as you bump the ball up, you are going to turn your racket over to the opposite side, the opposite face, and then bump on the face on that side. So alternating bump ups. Let's try to do 10. Ready? Go. And it's okay if you need to take a couple extra bumps before you turn your racket over. You can also allow the tennis ball to hit the ground and then turn the face of your racket over. That's a little bit easier if you're not quite ready for the full alternating bump ups. Great job. Excellent. So next we are going to dribble our tennis ball, making sure we strike the center of the face, because we have learned that's the largest surface area of our tennis racket. It gives us more control and the most accuracy to be successful. So when you're ready, let's do 10 right-handed dribbles and then let's try 10 left-handed dribbles. Great job. And did you notice that I tried to keep it waist level? That also helps us to control our tennis ball to ensure success and accuracy. The next one we're going to practice is called a bump and cradle. Cradling in tennis just means to get the tennis ball to stop on the face of your racket without using your hands. Level 1 is you can bump it up, let it bounce, then cradle it. Level 2, which is harder, is to cradle it while it's coming down from the air. So you bump it up, catch it, and cradle it on the face of your racket. That's a lot more challenging. When you're ready, let's do 10 bump and cradles. You can do all level 1, you can do all level 2, or you can do 5 of each, or you can mix and match. Here we go. Next, we're going to have a little competition time. We're going to see how many rally hits that you can get in a row before your tennis ball hits the ground or stops on the face of your racket. So when you are ready, we are going to do bump ups, and it's rally bump ups to see how many hits you can get in a row. Are you ready? On your mark, get set, go! Nice work. How many did you get? Awesome. Next, we are going to start with the tennis ball in our non-dominant hand and the tennis racket in our dominant hand. We are going to try to bump that tennis ball up and catch it with our non-dominant hand. So let's try to do 10 catches. Ready, go. Keeping your eye on that tennis ball, striking the center of the face of your tennis racket. Notice I'm kind of dropping it on the center of the face, tossing it. You can also start with the tennis ball on the face of your racket and toss it up in the air. But it's not really going that high over my head. I'm staying safe. All right, let's switch. 10 more, go. Bump and catch it. Now with our dominant hand. This next drill is called racket quickness. In tennis, you have to be quick and agile and light on your feet so you're ready to hit the tennis ball. Make sure you're opposite of your partner so that you don't sprint into one another. You are going to count to 3, let go of your racket, sprint forward, and grab your partner's racket. Great job today. I hope you learned a little something about tennis and continue to practice those tennis skills. Go grab some water and stay tuned for more virtual PE lessons. That's all from me. You guys have a great day. Bye.